Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Eatman here with Stephen Jones, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer. And Stephen, is 4-game winning streak going up to Philadelphia. This just starts right there. They're undefeated. It doesn't usually take much to get this rivalry brewing, but when you get two of the best teams in the NFL, hottest teams, it's even better, right?
Well, it is, and we certainly have put ourselves in a great position after a very difficult start. Obviously, not playing our best game to kick off against the Buccaneers and losing Dak, in the same game. So, but my hat's off to Coach McCarthy, his coaching staff, our players, the job that they've done, and the focus they've put into this season. And really got us at a point now where this is a big game. As you said, you really don't need a whole lot to get the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys rivalry going. I mean, it's all there for the making anyway. But as you said, two of the hotter teams in the league right now. Certainly, Philly's the only undefeated team, so we'll have our hands full. But obviously, their quarterback's doing a great job for them. Jalen is, and they've got a very tough defense. They've got a great running game. We've got our hands full, but at the same time, we feel like we're just getting better as the season goes, and we're looking forward to the big game up there. I know it'll be a festive atmosphere up there in Philadelphia. Those fans are always so nice to the Cowboys.
I was wondering where you were going with that. So what? I was wondering. Yeah. We'll just stay there. How long did it take when you guys, when Jerry bought the team and you guys were really involved with the organization? How long did it take to realize, wow, this rivalry is real?
Well, I think it was right away. Obviously, the game I remember the most when it was big time was Buddy Ryan, and I think they sacked Troy Aikman when he was a rookie either 11 or 12 times. And, of course, Buddy was his usual colorful self, if you will. And Jimmy responded back. Right. But you knew then what that rivalry was going to be like and why it was already built up to what it was, but certainly what it was going to be like going forward.
One of the guys that you brought in knows a lot about this rivalry on the other side, and Jason Peters. And he was injured last week. Says he's going to be ready to play. Not really sure where you guys are going to line him up, but how valuable can he be for the young guys that really have never experienced this game?
Well, he's already been invaluable as a veteran in this league. He's, in my mind, a future Hall of Famer. We'll certainly see, but he's many years up there when we played the Eagles, either going up there or them coming here. He's been one of the best to play the game, and he's just been a great influence. In the meeting room, in the locker room, for a guy like a Tyler Smith, for the rest of the offensive line. But certainly he can give insight into this rivalry, what it meant when he was up there. And certainly it means a lot to him, I know, to be going up against his former teammates. That's a natural thing, but certainly great to have him on our team.
You talk about an influential voice in the locker room. We didn't really think that Dak Prescott would be considered that type of guy either, because he is obviously the starter. But you guys made a decision when he was injured to keep him on the roster so he could be a part of things and help out Cooper Rush. Seems like he's done that and then some.
Well, there's no question. I mean, Dak's, and not that he doesn't have a list this long in terms of what he brings to the table, whether it's his skills, whether it's his leadership, his work ethic. He checks all the boxes, and certainly when he's not able to be out on the field, he's shown what kind of leader he is. He's been right there for Cooper, for the offense, the defense, the special teams. He's a real influence. At the same time, we just felt like you don't take any chances if he can come back a game early. We wanted him out there involved in practice, being a part of the team. And if he happened to come back early, then that's great. But at the same time, we all know this is a long season. As I mentioned to start the show, our group, our organization, from the coaches to the players right on down, have done a great job of really getting us to where we are right now, and certainly don't want to jeopardize anything with Dak if it means rushing him back. We're in a great spot right now. We've got a huge game against the Eagles coming up, but we like where we are.
And flip it to the other quarterback spot. I remember you guys in, I guess it was the 2020 draft when you had to do a lot of virtual interviews. Jalen Hurts was one of the guys that you did look at. What are some of the things you liked about him that he was doing then, and what has he impressed you with the most?
Well, one of the things he's got those great leadership skills. He's a winner. He did it at Alabama. He did it at Oklahoma. He was a guy we really liked and had on our board as a real possibility to come in here and work with Dak as well. But he certainly exceeded even most people's expectations, and especially in terms of what he's doing this year with that football team being the only undefeated team in football. But he is. I mean, he's all the qualities you see, which we knew, from scouting that, he had great leadership. And then, his skill set he's really developed. He's always been a tremendous athlete, but he's certainly developed in his passing and what he's done. And it shouldn't surprise anybody with his great work ethic and leadership. At the end of the day, guys like that have success. We got one right here in Dak Prescott, who had all the same qualities, and all he's ever done is get better each year.
I can't let you go without talking about who I think is the best player in your team, and certainly one of the best player on this defense, and Micah Parsons. Does he just amaze you every single week with the stuff that he does?
No question. I mean, he's just like a video game. He's just fun to watch, and when you just catch yourself every time he's out on the field dialing in on number 11 and seeing what he's going to do next. But I will say, he checked another box when he goes out there and plays with an injury. Plays at a high level, and really was a big part of helping us beat the Rams the other day. So, so far there hadn't been a box he couldn't check, and that didn't change in LA against the Rams.
All right. Well, certainly Micah Parsons going back to Pennsylvania, and he'll be one of those guys trying to get Jalen Hurts on the ground. It should be a fun one up there, and a festive, I like that term, festive atmosphere there in Philadelphia. All right.
Always fun to be there.
All right, Stephen. Appreciate it. It's Stephen Jones, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer.